Hey guys, you're back here with Credit Connector. Remember, this channel is about you guys. I'm here to empower you guys. I want to teach you how to understand your credit, how to repair your credit, and how to go out there and leverage that credit. Also, I'm still dropping my VIP mentorship that you guys can still get in for free. We already are going to start going live. The classes will start Wednesday, February, I believe 12th. That would be the first live class. Also, guys, if you have any friends, your relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel. In this video, what we're going to talk about is your favorite credit union, and that is Navy Federal. Remember, Navy Federal is the #1 in the nation. Why? Because it does give you those high limits on those credit cards, okay? Another thing that we're going to talk about today is all the different scams that have been going on with Navy Federal. They are warning you to be careful. And I'm going to tell you of other scams that have been going around as well. So let me minimize myself. Let me just put myself right here. And it says it right here clearly. Navy Federal Credit Union warns members to be aware of scams that attempt to obtain personal and financial information. These scams can be used via phone, via text, via email, social media. You have to be very careful. Okay, there's people that, they're calling them and they're telling them, hey, we're calling you from Navy Federal. And it's not only from Navy Federal, guys. It's from other banks as well. And I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. They didn't catch me, but I was like, that was weird. The thieves or these people, these con peoples are getting very, very savvy. Okay, they're on the internet, whatever you speak, whatever you say, they can just hop on that. You never know when you go somewhere and you give your information, you might give your email. You never know who's behind that desk and what they're doing with all that information. So you have to be careful. Not only that, remember AT&T and other companies, a whole bunch of companies have gotten hacked, and your information might be out there in the black web and you don't even know it. Okay. So, if somebody calls you and they're asking all these unexpected requests, the best thing you do, if they call you, they text you, they email you through social media, I would tell you, hang up and call Navy Federal or any institution, for that matter. And that goes with anything. If you're getting a call and you think it's kind of like weird and you know where they're calling you, or they say, I'm calling you from this place, even if it's not a bank, I would just hang up and call directly and make sure that is a legit call. And this happens to my mom all the time. My mom is 87. They'll call her and they'll tell her it's from the Medicaid office. Oh, how's it going? How's it this? And they ask her 2,000 information. And I always tell her, hang up, because you don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it is. But if they want to know all that information, then basically they can come and pick her up and take her to the clinic, and then they can ask her all that information in person. Otherwise, they don't need it. Also, guys, scammers, okay? They might be saying that, they're from Navy Federal. You have to be careful is with the fake websites, okay? Scammers may send you information from a fake website. Last week, I had an email saying, we did a transaction. We did a transaction where we took out from your Bank of America to Chase card, and I had been doing some transactions, so I stayed and I was going to click to open it to see, because I was I wasn't sure, because I had been doing some transactions which included those two banks. So imagine if I would have clicked on there, they would have taken all my information. They would have hacked into my phone. It's really important, guys. Another thing that I learned the other day, and actually I learned this in my crypto mentorship, is, guys, when you go anywhere, you know how we scan to order food, or we're parking and we scan, so we can open the app. Well, a lot of the scammers, what they do is they put the little sticker in top of it. And you think that you're scamming something to pay the parking lot, or, for anything. You have to be careful, because if you scan, they're going to get all your info, guys. So be very careful. And I didn't even think about this. I learned it the other day, actually. Scammers might offer you prices, gift cards, claim issues with your payments, and so on. Also with Navy Federal, a lot of the scammers have called and said, this is Navy Federal. We're one of the customer service. We want to get your access code. And that's how they get your access code. And then they can sign up under your name. And if you don't find out, and these people do shady stuff, which they're going to do, they're going to close your account, and then it's going to be a lot harder to explain it after it happens. So don't give your access code to anybody. Also, if you think you're being, scammed, this is where you can report it at the email with Navy Federal. They do have the 24/7 Navy Federal member call, telephone where you can call, report on unauthorized transactions online. And it says here how to protect yourself, and we should all know this. Don't answer calls we don't know. They can leave a message. If it's something important, we can call them later. Be cautious when using your cards online. That's another thing. Be very cautious when you're paying with your credit cards as well in gas stations or anywhere. Use travel notifications to let Navy Federal know that you're going to be traveling outside. And I always do this. When I travel outside the country, I always call the credit card. Sometimes they tell me, oh, you didn't have to, but I call them and I tell them, look, I'm traveling and I'm going to be back this date. Okay. Shed documents that contain personal information. My mom is really good doing this. Like, she sheds everything because the scams are getting bigger. People are getting desperate, and it's just crazy how many scams come into you with phone calls. It's the IRS, and they're getting savvier. Plus, a lot of people right now that they're getting into the crypto game and they're being scammed, guys. So imagine that you have money put away, you bought some crypto, it grew, and then guess what? Your information gets scammed and all your money is gone. All your crypto is gone. So protect yourself, okay? It's not only through Navy Federal, it's with any institution. And like I said, it's not only with banks. It could happen, like I tell you, when they call my mom, they want to know how it's going in the clinic, but they do ask for a lot of personal information. So that can be happening maybe not to you, but to your parents or a sibling or somebody that doesn't speak the language. You have to warn them. There's a lot of scammers, especially now with AI. They can duplicate your voice, your face, your movements. So you have to become a little bit more savvy, and you have to make sure that anytime you're going to do anything, think about it twice. Okay. And I know it's really hard as well, but try not to use people's Wi-Fi when you're out there, out in the street. That's another way they can tap into your information. And once again, one day you can wake up and everything is gone, or they opened everything under your name, okay? Another thing is, I always recommend this, freeze your credits. Your credit should always be frozen at all times. You should only unfreeze it when you're ready to apply for any credit card or loans or anything like that, guys, okay? Anyway, like, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment. You know that, you guys, I always get back to you guys. If it's not right away, it's within 24 hours. And guys, join my free mentorship. I have a lot of information in there in those classes already, and we're going to start going live next week. I believe it's the 12th of February, 2025. Until next time with Jackie, guys, Credit Connector.